right
for
now.
us.
There we
Come on,
go.
brother.
All right, man.
Yeah, yeah. Like what makes light for you is heavy for the next man.
Right. So we
That's
got a
that's,
little
that's
beef.
quotes from Donald Reed. That's not from the Bible. That ain't from no other author. That's from me.
All
So
right.
you feel we making light and stuff. Go ahead.
We
Yeah,
make it light.
I'm just saying.
Crazy.
I'm just saying what it
Maybe
is.
you
I'm just
making
saying what
light.
it
Maybe
is.
you
Maybe,
made light of
you
not
should
even
turn
hitting
off
us
your
up
thing.
yesterday and everything, and didn't really explain things. Maybe
Right.
you made light of that, of just what I mean, making us
So
worry. Maybe you felt like you had a right to do that. Maybe I made you. You know what I mean? Maybe you felt like that was retribution. I don't know, King. But all I'm saying
nah,
is
I didn't feel like it was no
right now,
retribution. Like
I don't know if it was worded
sometimes
as.
you can't go into all the details of everything that you're dealing with. Like when you had to go through your episode, you ain't talk to nobody. You disappeared
Right.
completely.
But
So we are
sometimes,
all
But did we have
alive
an
at kind of
episode? Did we have
grace.
an
no, but we
episode
didn't
to
have an
air? Did we
episode
have a
during that
show
time.
time? Did we have a show
We're trying to
time
be
coming up?
consistent
But
Right.
with the
That's what I'm
audience.
saying. Like, come on now, big
it
brother.
doesn't matter. It doesn't
Come.
matter because
Why does that not
when
matter? Why does it
it's a
not matter
personal
when we're trying to do
situation,
business?
right? But
Yeah,
when it's a personal situation, right? When it's a personal situation, somebody's dealing with their mental health in a situation, business, whatever, it comes to a pause. And then sometimes you can't explain all those situations until it's the right time to actually explain what the situation is.
so that's why we do this on another time. That's what we were saying. See, life be
No,
life.
it's
We
all
understand
To
good.
that.
I said
preserve the
It's
brotherhood.
not all
I said it's
good.
all
It's
good. But
not
what I
all
It ain't
said,
all
good to
good.
preserve the
It's
no, I
not all
said it's
brotherhood.
good.
all good. But I said was not helpful. Was not helpful. Is the maturity of the situation.
Okay, wait a minute.
That's not helpful. Like I get it. I get it. Yeah, it's funny. It is. And it is. It's like
Energy ain't
laugh,
even meant for
kiki, and
us,
all
It
that.
man.
ain't
This
You know
funny.
what
energy
I'm
ain't even
saying?
meant
It
for
ain't
us.
funny.
But
It ain't
I'm just
funny.
saying,
But
no,
listen,
it
I'll
is
tell you
meant.
what.
It is meant for y'all.
I'll
That's
tell
what
you
I'm
what your
telling
brothers.
y'all.
I'll tell
Because
you
I'm
what
gonna
your.
have that's a different conversation that I'm
I'll
gonna
tell you
have.
what your brothers think is funny. Is that you didn't say that we do not need to be consistent tonight. That we need to move on, do it another night. That's what
Nah,
I'm talking about. Because
nah.
you can't say that we have to be consistent and then you're not there. That's all I'm saying.
So
And
the point,
we didn't know it was that
but
serious.
the
But
point of the matter is
that we're
if I
trying to be
wasn't there
with our
yesterday,
audience.
if I wasn't there yesterday, and I said, nah, we're gonna stay consistent today, then that means that yesterday was yesterday, that's done, and I'm trying to stick to schedule.
Trying, but you
But we
can't
already
understand.
late. We already
Right,
late.
we already
We are
late.
not
Nah,
on the
we
same
not late because
page from the
this is
thing.
all being recorded right now. It's been
But
Yeah,
no,
recorded.
we
but we're
started,
still
brother.
late.
Look, we ain't talking about what the topic is at hand, and why is that, right? Because we ain't had time to prepare. Why is that, right? Because of lack of consistency, right? It's the come on, bro. Like it just that's why it becomes rich, and it's like, oh, now you are saying this, and meanwhile,
Yeah, but the
right, we are
preparation
all the way
time
back. We are all the way
that's
back right
the
We,
now.
preparation
it,
time.
it was a good meeting, but it did go into our regular schedule. And she cut off when she had to go because she had to go to her next schedule. We might have
Right.
should have cut off at that point. But then if it gets to that time where you can't be on because you have things that you have to take care of, then you have to be able to say, yo, Martin and Curtis, we can't do this tonight. Let's do it tomorrow night. We don't be complaining about that. Like, oh, yo, no, come on, man.
Yeah, and then there's just unfair, bro, to say, we're making light of here we are, he and I seriously going through going through the topic, right? And it's pretty much we already had time. And you're clearly distracted, right?
Right.
Dealing with your issues and stuff and just life and all of that, right?
We
And everything.
understand.
So
Family,
that's where it's
right?
like
Family.
now it becomes family.
Life.
Okay, good. I ain't know exactly. So now
That's
it
right.
comes back to us. Now we looking at each other and this looks ridiculous. He and I look, or at least feel ridiculous just in the whole. So it's not even about you personally, like just come
It's
on,
not.
your situation. Come on, man. It's more just about like, all right, this is forcing the course of the river. But come on, when do
And
we
that's the
ever
time.
make?
And
I don't
what I
think
was
we ever
saying,
make light of your situation, brother. Just like I
no,
don't think you ever did that to us, and it just. So that's where I'm just saying you taking it, then we wouldn't do that. That's where I know that you directing this at us, but I'm saying that come on, like if you just
Nah,
came back for a second and
I'm not
30,000
directing it
feet
at
view,
y'all.
you know that Martin and I would never be trying to make
maybe
light of
right, and
heavy
maybe we do the
situations.
black fact and then go into family stuff.
Yeah, we
Let's
could say
talk about it
wealth, fashion, all that other stuff.
lightly about, hey,
We
today, me
we
and my
could.
family got to get my wife some dinner. I got to do this. The kids are tripping right now, but the
Yeah.
Rolex see blah blah blah, and the Rolex see blah blah blah, and then we roll out. You know what I'm saying? Are we say the Black Fact or something? Black History Month. Ain't nobody making, but your capacity. You got to know what your capacity is. This is all I'm saying. All I'm saying is you got to know what your capacity is. That's it, man. My hands are up high in the sky. I don't want no trouble.
Ain't nobody got no guns pointed at you, so you can put your hands
I don't
down.
want no trouble. I got this. There's a lot of stuff going on here too.
Yeah, but all our situations are very different time frames.
Everybody's situation is different. Everybody has a different time frame. I had to pick up Aunt Libby yesterday. That she fell on the floor. I had to take off her freaking diapers yesterday. Come on, man. Everybody got issues. I feel you. 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 But this is what I'm talking about. Road to Legacy podcast is about brothers being real out here, being real. So really quick, before we get in any other distraction, we're trying to be consistent with everything. And Curtis, can you just, I know we didn't get our algorithms right today, but Curtis, can you just
we are live right now, just so you know, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, everybody, it's live. Yeah. What up, y'all? Y'all catching us in the most realest form you ever gonna get.
So Curtis, just kick a Black Fact before we gotta go.
All right, I'm gonna kick 4 on 1 for y'all, man. 4 entrepreneurs of the Wild Wild West.
And what is this? We're talking about we're winning on Wednesday, and this is Wealth Wednesday. Is that what we're calling it?
This is We Winning Wednesdays, man. And sometimes we're speaking about wealth and Black economics, if you will, and sometimes we're speaking about just the spirit of upliftment, right? Whatever it is that's considered winning.
Oh, so can you tell us about winning? I'm sorry to interrupt, man, but I'm so excited to hear about Mary Elaine Pleasant. Can you tell me about Miss Pleasant? Was she pleasant? What did she do?
Well, really, we are teasing everybody, right? So we giving them 4 and 1 because this is Black History Month again, y'all, right? So happy Black History Month, my good brothers, and all of you was on. Mary Ellen Pleasant. This is a woman who was considered an entrepreneur, but a financier, definitely a millionaire, who we would consider a millionaire today. Real estate entrepreneur, magnate, I should say, as well as an abolitionist on the low. And by on the low, I mean funding causes and Underground Railroad movements and stations, unbeknownst to the public. She was born in 1814 and passed on in 1904. So these are 19th century millionaires, Black millionaires, right? Pre-slavery, pre-Civil War ending, I should say, the ending of or abolition of slavery. The second Black fact is Brother William Alexander Leidesdorff. William Leidesdorff Jr. He is now both of these people, by the way, Mary Ellen Pleasant and William Leidesdorff, both ended up in Cali around the gold rush. So I call these folks, even though they were there before the gold rush, but I also like to call them Black 49ers.
Oh wow, Black 49ers. You know,
okay. Yeah, which is its own topic. Yeah, you can do a whole topic on Black gold rushers. And so William Leidesdorff was actually born in 1810. This is a brother from the Caribbean, I believe, St. Croix, Danish Virgin Islands. Hold on, let me see. Sorry, guys.
Well, I could tell, you know.
St. Croix, yeah, Danish West.
Yeah, I could tell because that last name does not sound like an American last name.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, this is one of our what they call mulatto or biracial brothers. But another abolitionist, man, staunch abolitionist. And I love, you know, there's something that needs to be said about those who could have passed and yet did not pass, meaning passed for white and did not. And he is one of them. But William Leidesdorff, born in 1810, passed in 1848. So actually 1 year before the gold rush. He is thought to be the first millionaire, Black millionaire in the United States. You know, that's arguable, but yeah, definitely up there in that list. Third is Bridget Biddy Mason. Biddy Mason, she'll come up as a nurse probably, but sis was a philanthropist. Yeah, Biddy Mason, man. Biddy Mason was born in 1818, passed on in 1891. You can see her depicted in a biopic named Pioneer. Y'all can check that out. It's called Pioneer. It's about the role of the Black Mormons, the founders of the Black founders of the Mormon Church. And Biddy Mason, they ran into her, you could say, going, you know, on their way to Utah. So they ran into Biddy Mason. in that movie. But yeah, she is also entrepreneur, real estate entrepreneur, and set up in Cali as well as just traverse the Northwest. And fourth would be, and definitely not least, Clara Brown.
Mm-hmm.
Clara Brown, born in 1800 and passed on in 1885. She was considered to be the angel of the Rockies, right? She as well was at first started off as a laundress, a cook, but saved
Rocky
up.
Rocky Mountains, like.
Rocky Mountains, Colorado.
Oh, okay, got it. Okay,
Yep, yep.
right.
And great question too, because she as well was she was already set up in Colorado before Colorado's gold rush. A lot of people might not be aware that Colorado had a gold rush as well as Alaska had a gold rush, right? Many states, especially in the 19th century, was having their gold rushes. And Colorado or Pikes Peak gold rush took place in 1861, and
Mm-hmm.
it was Clara Brown who was the hotelier, if you will, for many of the settlers looking and passing on and setting up shop in Colorado. She's the one who provided shelter and charged them, of course, right, for room and board.
Right.
But yeah, so she made a killing in many ways, and also supported the abolitionist cause as well. So that was three sisters and a brother, right? Three black women, three and one black man that all were 19th century millionaires or
Wow.
very wealthy, if not.
For Black history, I mean, that's deep. That's deep. And the thing about it is that you don't know that there were so many Black millionaires back in those days. A lot of people don't know. I know you know, but a lot of people don't
No, you're
know
right.
that there were so many Black American historians that were rich back in those days, from the Potato King all the
Yep.
way up to people nowadays.
Mhm.
You know,
The Oyster King.
yeah, the Oyster King. I wonder, but you know what I wonder? I wonder what they spent their money on back in those days. Like, what did they spend? Like, you know, we get accused of spending money on, you know, stuff that we shouldn't have, and I don't think that's real, because I think we should get whatever we want to when it comes to our money. But I wonder what we spend. Like right now, what do you think African Americans in this country spend most of their money on?
You asking me in particular?
Yeah, I'm asking both of you. I mean, what do you?
Yeah.
I'm just curious. I mean, what do you think it is? What do you think? You know, some people say Louis.
Well-
You know what I'm saying? What do you think? You walking down
Well,
the
I
street.
think it depends. Yeah,
Oh, you think it depends on what?
I think it depends. I don't think that, you know, your average African American, so black person in this country, is going to be any different than any other demographic when it comes to just again average, right? Like they're spending it on groceries, right? They're spending it on clothing, right? The basics
Mhm.
of life. When it comes to, you know, that next level now, or if you're going up on classes as far as rich black people or middle class, upper middle class black folk, stuff, and what they're spending their money on. I sent you a link not too long ago, right, that shows the most educated demographic in this country are black women. So we could just say that black families, black parents are at least making sure that their kids are educated. The women, if nothing else, and stuff, are
But they're
being
spending
educated.
more
So
money.
money is definitely going towards education. So I just
Education.
wanted to lead. I wanted to lead that way.
That's one of them. That's one of them, right?
Mhm.
Well, you
Yeah.
know, well, how? I should ask the question differently. How do companies?
Why? Because you looking for me to say Jordans?
No, because I'm not looking for. I'm looking for you to state. You know what people are actually buying.
What do you think
it's
black
not
people are
good.
spending their money on? That's the
It's
question.
not. It's not
What do
what
you
Jordans.
think?
Jordans.
No. It's a fact that
Martin
if you look
Small.
if you look at who markets, how these companies market to black communities, because they know that we're the biggest consumers. The number one thing that black people spend their money on, and I'm talking about billions, only being 14% of the population, more than half of this product is bought by African Americans and black people, and that is hair products and body cleansers, soap, body soap, and hair products is the number one, according to Nielsen ratings, and also according to these marketers. Number one thing that we buy is hair products, and men, in some cases, if I'm not mistaken, it's also cosmetics. I mean, some people laugh and say that we like to
We're
be
about
really clean.
smelling
We
and
like to
looking
be,
good.
yeah, we like to be really clean, and we want
Yeah.
to be cleaner than clean.
Yeah.
You
And
know,
we are highly aware of this thing, this 3-letter word called ash and stuff,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
So
exactly.
we not going
So
that's a
exactly.
luxury to not
So
have to
that's
walk
one,
around
and
worried
then there's
about ash.
women's fragrance is another one, if I'm not mistaken. Women's fragrance, and it goes on and on and on. But it gets to the point where, go ahead, Donald. What were you gonna say?
Nah, I was just gonna disagree with you
With what?
with what black folks spend their money on most.
Hair product is ethnic hair products and beauty
Nah,
aids.
this first thing is food, housing, healthcare, and personal care products.
Okay.
Housing
What's
is
the
number
source?
one.
What's the source? What's
Okay,
the
so
source?
what's
Give us
number
a
two?
source, man.
If you
One of y'all give us a
Bureau
source.
of Labor
Martin.
Statistics,
Okay, so housing. Everybody
so
have a
BLS.gov,
okay.
All right.
which
What-
is
what-
the
like
Bureau
Curtis
of
said, what's
Labor
the-
Statistics.
Yeah, well, what's the Curtis said what's the sources, right?
That's it.
I just
that's
told
it.
you.
That's the source. Okay, so when it comes to products, what was the second thing?
You want to go from Nielsen, or you want to go?
I'm the most consumed, the most thing that black people buy, right? Buy, right? Not what they spend on, but what they go out to the store and they buy is ethnic hair products and cleansing stuff, especially soap. Soap is huge in our communities. That's why when you watch those commercials, you see a lot of black people on the soap and all that stuff. You know, beauty aids is another one.
So what you saying, man?
So what I'm saying is that how can we
That's
create?
what I want to know.
How can we continue to create businesses that we put that money into our pockets instead of giving it away financially? So
You got the
know,
shea butter. What
right. So yeah, we do. We just haven't put that out yet. We have the original, the company that does sell the shea butter right now. What company is that? I can't remember the name. Moisture. One of the first black companies. You had Madam C.J. Walker.
Shea Moisture.
Yes, Shea Moisture. So you have products out there, but how do we
Yep.
continue to be like the Palmers, to be like the Johnson and Johnsons out here,
Right.
the companies that actually go out and do this? Because that was my point. My point is if we know that we spend a lot of money on hair, when we know that in our communities, the Koreans have a market on that, right? How do we actually do that? Who do we talk to? How do we get the information to grow from that? So that was my point. I mean, another really big one, and I knew because I remember hearing this from 50 Cent years ago, is they asked him why he bought that bottle company. And he said, and I didn't believe him back then, he said, because black people buy so much water, it's ridiculous. That's all we do.
Vitamin water.
Vitamin, right? He said black people just buy water, period. So why not have the vitamin water? And statistics shows that we go out and we buy a lot of water because we don't trust the water system in some cases and in some areas. Another one is insecticides. A lot of insecticides we buy because of bugs and all that other stuff, and we don't be liking bugs.
Right.
So how can we actually take this? Like, for example, let me see if I can find it. So personal soap needs. Last year, Black spent seafood was more. Frozen, unprepared seafood, meat and seafood was more, was $761 million. Yeah, 573 million. 18% of that market. 18% of that market is money. So in other words, we spend so much money and we have so much buying power. How can we do it? What have we not been doing to start these businesses, from household cleaners to detergents to cookware to charcoal? Those are the things. I think that the people that you mentioned earlier during your Black Fact are people who had no choice but to find out what the people needed,
right?
And they went and got it. So that was my point. That was my point at all.
Okay,
that was it. I didn't want to make any other point, but when I read this, and I think this is Nielsen. I think I got my stuff from the Nielsen, and it's in the category of the power of the black dollar.
It's the power. Really? Wow, that's a category. Okay, the power.
Yeah,
Of the
it's the
black
power
dollar.
of the black dollar. I think it's a Nielsen report. It says categories where the percentage of black spending in greater portions of their population, which is 14%. So they're saying that 85% of the whole hair and beauty aids market, 85% is what we put into it out of the whole nation.
Mm.
That's how much money we give to it. And it's crazy. And then it went all the way down to, like I said, oil, like cooking oil, 15% of all cooking oil is bought by us. Yeah, that's a lot, man. That's a lot. We have so much power when it comes to that. So how do we do that? And I mean, maybe we'll get somebody on in the future that, will mention how we can actually get that done. That was my point, man. That's it. Wasn't trying to talk
Well,
about.
do you think that you
and Jordans? Wasn't saying that because wasn't trying to say that. Wasn't trying to say that.
Yeah, is it?
Brother can't even
Yo.
be real on his airwaves.
You ever watch that show, The
Food?
Food?
Go ahead.
Any of those shows, man? The Food That Built America on History Channel.
That came out a while ago, didn't it?
Yeah, they probably on like 5 seasons now. But
yeah, well, go ahead. But
basically, I bring them up because there's almost always a constant theme of competition, right? And even if you are doing well, the bigger company coming to buy you out, right? Or just some shark truly trying to get eat everyone else, some Pac-Man, right? Trying to eat everyone else and make a huge conglomeration company, right? That's how Oreos got really strong that way, doing that. Yeah.
I used to love them things kill you though. Go ahead.
Oreo, yeah, man. And they get their chocolate from who? Hershey, a real cartel. Like, right? That's Hershey was the chocolate king for a while until the Mars came up to compete. So just even in what you find, and just in my explanation, what you find in watching that show, right? And this is what I think about when it comes to just your question, is being able to harness, basically just being able to break in to those fields for one. That's a challenge, but it's doable. I think we've shown that, like with the companies that you've not even just with the Black Facts, right? But recently, right, with the companies you mentioned, Shea Moisture and whatnot. But then now, once you're in, right, what do you do? Do you preserve it? Like, because even Shea Moisture is no longer Black owned, right, and stuff. So it's like, what do you do to preserve it? Right? What do you do? Like, are you making cooking oil? What do you do when Crisco finds you to be a threat and they throw out that marketing campaign? Hey, Crisco, you can trust Crisco, right? So, right, like, what do you do in that regard? And I'm saying that to say, when it comes to answering that question, how do we tap into these markets where we are the predominant consumers, right? How do we become the producers of these things?
I know,
right?
85% of the market we own,
right?
Of hair and beauty. 85%. Right. That's how
much
we
own, or we contribute to.
We consume.
We contribute to.
Consume, right? We don't own it. So that's the Chinese, the Koreans, the Arabs, whoever. Mostly Asians though who own it. We don't own it. That's for sure.
So what I was bringing up to Curtis was that the power. The name of the source that I got this from is the power of the black dollar, and it's Nielsen. And Nielsen breaks down exactly the percentage of money that we spend in the products nationwide and worldly over the years. So we actually have the power that we have in hair and beauty is 85% of the market. The power that we have in oil, cooking oil, is 15% of the market. The power that we have in detergents is 14% of the market. It goes on and on. We put a lot of money into it. The power, that's like if we stop buying it, they basically kind of lose their business. So sometimes they say, you know, all they need is like 5 or 6% of people not to come into the store. They were talking about that with Walmart. That's what Al Sharpton was talking about this week. But personal soap, men's toiletries, 20% of the whole market. That's the power that we have. And that was my point. And that's what Curtis and I was just talking about. The power that we have in the market is crazy. And how can we become part of this? How can we get in there? And like Curtis was saying, I mean, Koreans run the hair and beauty, and we give them 85%. I mean, not them, but we spend 85% of our money. There's a couple of people who own some hair product places, black people.
That's really, you know, when you just injected that part into the conversation about you know, if we were to stop, you're talking about the black community, right? If the black community was to just stop, right, and just to show your purchasing power, and that's honing in, or at least going into what I was getting at, which is there's either two ways to go about this, right? Which is you're trying to tap into that market that you're talking about, right, and focus on the black dollar, if you will, right, the power of the black dollar. And that requires a next level amount of unity, which requires a next level amount of education, and then a next level amount of humility and grace and all that stuff, right? So that's a huge battle, which I'd say that the second option that I'm about to name is probably easier, and that's no walk in the park.
What's that?
That's the food that built America way, where you're just, you know, you going at it to get the entire market, right? Just like, hey, you're trying to get into cooking oil, okay, you ready to go at Crisco and stuff, regardless, right? You're not even just focusing on it, you're just going at it like an entrepreneur. And yeah, that can be even rough. I mean, you see, look at the hot water Tabitha Brown just got in. Who was Tabitha Brown, right? With the Target. Is Tabitha Brown, what's her name? Is her name?
No, it wasn't. It was
no, Tabitha Brown, I think is her name. Let me see. Hold on. But yeah, just as far as the point she was making about Target, right? As far as
you mean the Chance Brown?
No, it's Tabitha Brown.
I mean, oh no, the girl, the black girl with the afro. She's an actress.
The black girl with the afro.
Yeah. She used to come to the hotel, man. She had a big.
What is that?
Afro was huge. Her afro was huge.
You say the white lady with the blonde hair and blue eyes the same way.
But yeah, no, she's an actress though. But yeah, so, you know, she was saying, listen, if y'all boycott Target, you know, there's black-owned businesses in Target, and these are the places that you got to go to.
That's right. She was. I didn't think it was her who said that, because people were giving her flack for saying stop, don't, because I got products in there.
Right. And how'd you feel about that? Did she deserve flack?
I think she deserved. I mean, if she was one of the people that you spoke about during the Black Fact,
she's not.
She's not. So I think that she.
You thinking
she's not willing to be a casualty, and in order to get to where we need, there has to be a couple of casualties out there that's going to get hurt. But she doesn't want to take it because she.
So you're saying she's not riding?
I have a friend of mine. Her name is Dana, and she does stuff like that too. And she was like, "Yo, if I had a product, if I finally got my product in Walmart or Target, finally, and then all of a sudden y'all want to boycott it, and I lose money." She thinks that there should be more research on when you go into stores, just buy black products instead of going and buying any other product. Just buy the black products that's there.
I mean, they still get a percentage of it though.
Right. So, but it's saying that, you know, that sometimes you have to, you don't want to destroy a black business just because you want to put them down. You want to destroy their business.
That's the thing though. We I feel like the power that we have. You go open the door for Mr. Davis, love. The power that we have, we lost a lot of it. Like in terms of as a collective, the power that we have as a collective, we don't own the same way anymore because we don't stick together. Like if I have a product and I want to produce 1,000, I don't know, units of this product, we don't support each other the same way anymore. We got to go to big brands, big markets. And then once we involve ourselves with these big markets like a Target or Walmart or Wegmans or whoever,
right,
the game changes. I mean, our product becomes much more diversified in terms of the consumers. We don't really like the majority of the health and the beauty care in America is owned by Koreans. The same Koreans who kick us out their store, who monitor us when we go in. Not saying that there's not people who steal. but we don't own that. They don't even use any of that stuff. And then the majority of the stuff that is being put into these black women's hair, little girls, grown women, they're toxic products. It's not even the real synthetic hair, what it used to be called. That doesn't really exist. These products are causing cancer, balding, all kind of stuff. And you know, the other day, my daughter got her hair done at a black-owned business. Shout out to Sean and Stars, that's in Bed-Stuy. But my daughter wanted to get some like blue hair in her braids, which her natural hair, but she wanted to add blue hair in it. I bought a 3-pack of blue hair, but in that blue hair has all these synthetic chemicals in it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, we lost the power. They don't care what they're putting in our hair, just like the American government doesn't care about what we put in our food, and people are dying from the food. So I feel it's the same thing. We kind of lost that what's the word? Not cohesiveness, but we lost that attachment to each other. You know what I'm saying?
And then I think that the big companies, the big corporations that make those products that sell to us, they know that, and they see that, and they decide that they're going to continue to put those chemicals in the thing because we're not really, paying attention to that, and we don't stick together to tell them that you need to respect us because we're giving you a lot of money. We don't give them a little bit of money. We give them a lot of money, hard-earned dollars every day. So sometimes people don't respect our purchasing power, because we don't show them that we need, and we don't. And another thing we don't do.
We don't respect our purchasing power.
We don't.
Right. We don't. They don't respect. They don't respect our. If they respected purchasing power, the money that we give them, then they would try their best to do their best to make a better product.
No, we know they don't.
More, but they don't. But if we did,
right. Why should they? If we don't respect our own.
That's my point. That's my point. Why should they? If we don't do it, let y'all answer.
But we don't. That's because we don't know.
Huh?
I got.
We don't know. Like how many of us don't know the stats you just breaking down? Go ahead, Donald.
Yeah.
No, I got a real example. Like there's a barber shop. It's a brother. He came actually to our art show.
Mm-hmm.
Brother who has a barber shop right on the corner of where I live.
I remember.
He opened up a black-owned nail salon right across the street.
Mm-hmm.
I went up to him. I was like, brother, that's incredible. That's great. 3 stores down from him is a Korean-owned nail salon. Now, when I found out that he opened up the black nail salon, I gave him props and all that. And then I went into the Korean nail salon. I was like, hey, to all the black people. And I went and said, yo, there's a black-owned nail salon right across the street. I went in there, literally did this one day. There's about maybe four black women in there. And it was like, oh, yeah. Now, the thing is that we will continue going to the Korean spot. And this is not anything against Korean people. Like, it's love. Love is love. However, when it comes down to, they don't have the same care. The problem is, though, what I was going to say is the problem is that the brother who opened the nail salon, he has to pay the nail techs, the black nail techs, right? And so he's not going to be open 7 days a week like the Korean spot. The Koreans may be getting less money. He still has to pay his nail techs. I don't know if it's top dollar. I don't know exactly.
Sometimes they don't be paying their people. Sometimes they don't.
Right. That's the point that I'm making. Sometimes they won't pay their people. They'll be like, yo, you going to work here. You going to work here for this amount of money. And it's not going to be what the standard is. And you're just going to work here because you're getting citizenship. You're getting whatever it is. And the black owned spot can't pay the woman the same way. You know what I mean? So he's going to get less business. And marketing wise is like, yo, he's not open 7 days a week, all times a day. But the Korean spot is. Mm-hmm. So from a consumer standpoint, black, white, whatever, you're going to go to the spot that's going to be able to cater to you whenever you need to be taken care of. That's another problem that we have.
Yeah, it's always going to be a problem and we do that. That's just not with hair salons. We do that in when we go buy a hamburger or a sandwich, when we walk into a bodega. In some cases, that money doesn't get turned over in our community. But once again, my question would be, how can we continue to have our money turned over in our community? I tell you, one of the best ways to do it is to put your money in a black bank. Now, not all your money, because you got to make sure that they come right with your money. You got to make sure that you're going to make money back on your money. So, I mean, like, what's the number one bank right now? Is it one bank, a bank one?
One United.
JP Morgan Chase. Oh,
I mean, in a black
Black
owned
owned?
Black Bank.
Yeah,
Okay.
the number one black owned
United.
bank is One United right now.
Owned by TV One.
Excuse me?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
That's funny. That's funny. That's funny. They're about to open one out here, and there's this guy, my brother Musa he teaches black finance out here in Indianapolis,
Okay.
and he's part of opening this bank out here. Chase just gave them crazy dough to open a bank. I mean, at billions of dollars to open a bank. Chase just helped them do it, and so did another bank. So whenever you go to one of the ATMs, if you go to a Chase ATM, one is free. You don't get a fee. So what I did is a couple of days ago, I went ahead and I opened an account. Now all you need is $25 to open an account, and you open
what bank is this?
Bank One.
Black-owned bank.
One United Bank. One United Bank.
Yeah.
So all you need is $25 to open, which I did. I didn't go for the 100. I didn't go for the CD. I might do that later. 20, not yet. I got to make sure they're straight with my money. You know what I'm saying? Even though it's a good bank. The reason I did it is because you can go to a Chase ATM, and I forgot the other bank you can go to. You can go to one of those ATMs and they don't charge you a fee. You go to the what's the name? What account did I open? I opened the Black Wall Street account, if I'm not mistaken. They have one called they have the Unity account. Hey, it is what it is.
UNITY.
They got that account, and that's like you have to have $500. But if you just want to start off, all you need is $25, no fee, no nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And you put that $25 in the black bank. And I think that's the beginning of actually, helping out, our economy as Black people and having our dollar turnover within our communities. And they're killing it. I think they're going to open up 2 branches here in Indianapolis. I think in the summertime, I think we got to go by there and, cut the ribbon and all that stuff. This guy Musas, who is a great brother from out here. But one of the ways you can do it is by joining One United, the largest black bank in America.
Yeah, is that a promo? They better give us a a sponsorship.
They ain't got no damn. They're trying to do it. I know the guy who is the president and the CEO. He lives here in Indiana, and I keep just missing him. I see his people, but I miss him all the time. I
was listening to.
So put your money into the black bank, y'all. Go ahead. You can go online.
I was listening to Earn Your Leisure earlier, and they said something that really made me think a lot. They usually say something that makes me think a lot, but what they were talking about was China. China is an independent nation. They were talking about how much America depends on China, but China doesn't depend on America, like how they could survive without us, because everything, probably about 90% of our goods are produced and manufactured in China.
Mm-hmm.
They could sustain without us, but we can't sustain without them because we don't create our own in this country anymore. And I say they don't have Facebook in China. They don't have Instagram the same way in China. They don't have TikTok the same way in China.
TikTok.
Yeah. However, our economy is based on everything that they do, or what they do for us, rather. And I say that just to say there was a time where not just for America, but just Black-owned businesses and establishments were thriving on our own. I believe that with integration, and we had this conversation before, it changed the game. We fought for the right to be integrated with everybody else, or with white society specifically. When you come down to I look at that bus boycott that Martin Luther King was put in the position to lead, and how powerful that was when Black people came together as a collective to not ride the bus. And the buses had to, first of all, they lost all their business. And without the Black dollar, they couldn't operate. They were completely shut down. The boycott doesn't have the same impact anymore because we're not producing. We don't have the same collective production that we used to have. You know what I'm saying? And until America, or Black folks, African Americans, brown Americans, whatever you want to call it, has that I don't know what the word would be. It's not diasporic is not a word, but between the diaspora, if you did a trade or manufacturing between, let's say you got your goods or your cotton, if you were producing a clothing line and you were getting it from Africa, for example, hypothetically, and it's being shipped back to America, or you're getting your stuff produced in the Caribbean and it's being shipped back to America, whatever the case is, there's no real in between. Or even if it was being made in America, even if, I don't know, you have somebody in the South who's producing cotton like it used to be back in the day. We don't really have that anymore. You know what I'm saying? So even if you look at entertainment, you look at basketball, you look at football, you look at music, you look at acting, the markets are saturated with us in it. However, as a collective, right now, if football players wanted to say, you know what, all the Black football players say, yo, we're not playing anymore until you give equality. I don't know, whatever the case is. We don't have that. Basketball, we don't have that. You said this a while back, Martin. If LeBron James or whoever said they're not dunking because they want to support this cause, we're not getting that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
It depends on how it was raised. I mean, a lot of people think that Michael Jordan is a Trumpster, because of what
he's old though, man. I'm talking. What about the new breeds?
Yeah, there's a lot of them down with Trump, man. There's a time when Michael Jordan's mom wanted him to stand with I think a Black governor, and he said, no, I'm not doing it. And he didn't do it, and, a lot of people forget about things like that, but it all comes down to he's a multi-billionaire though. We're talking about economics. He's one of the richest Black men in the United States, in the line with the guy that we were talking about earlier, Stewart. He's in that line, even though he doesn't make that much money. But he's when you get that much money, you change your way of thinking when it comes. You ain't Black no more. You ain't Black. And I totally agree with that.
He no Black?
No, he no Black. He no Black no more. Nope.
Yo, Kurt, you think that's true? That when we make a certain amount of money, we stop being Black?
Nah, I think that the Black facts that we dropped prove otherwise. But to your point, Donald, we don't have that survival instinct anymore. And why? Because the need, or at least the apparent need for survival, has been removed, right? Lynching has taken on a new form, right? The Sonia Massey, George Floyd type of form, but not with the same brutality of hanging by a branch, anything like that, right? So it's not Jim Crow ever. It's a new Jim Crow. It's not old Jim Crow. Old Jim Crow, your opponent was apparent. The racism was blunt, blatant. It's all now subtle unconscious bias, if you will, right? And so that's all to say. This doesn't work. None of this works without the educational piece, man, and stuff, as far as buying power, purchasing power. None of that works without the education. Even the bank. I mean, that's dope. I think that, do that. I want to say that. I want to second what Martin said, man. Throw $25 into One United Bank. I'm already seeing being Black and stuff and abbreviating them 90. But yeah, One United Bank. And yet throw out a scenario, right? Like a bank such as you bank with Chase, and 8 of them joints could get robbed across the nation and stuff, right? we not taking our money out of there and stuff. That's when I'm
No,
putting
I
it in
ain't
areas
taking my
that we're
money.
not taking our money out of there,
And,
right?
and, and,
Instead of
and,
it can
no,
get
I wasn't
robbed
doing
8 times.
it.
One
Right.
United Bank
Mhm.
get robbed 1 time. You think
Mhm.
that we taking our money out,
Right.
or we leaving it?
You know me, I'll probably leave my money in there, but
This would, yeah, but you know, just in terms of what
I
you
know what you're
think we were
saying.
doing a massive,
But
and that's where the education piece comes in. Just like as far as even educating about the fact that, look, man, you know, these are the shoulders we stand upon, but we don't have, you know, the apparent kick for survival, that knee-jerk reaction, you know, to survive, meaning keep our dollar within the community, aka survival, right? We don't have that, so we need a different type of motivator, and we need to have that conversation. But we can't have it if we can't come together and even understand that
right,
history
right.
and stuff, right? But yeah,
And that bank brings that's why I keep bigging up that bank. That bank
Mhm.
brings people together because it creates opportunities for people
Have
who
you-
usually didn't have, opportunities to get loans and to get money. And their
have
loan,
you heard of Greenwood Bank?
I think
By I don't know how involved, if it's his bank or if
it might be
he's like a
involved. I
major
know that
investor. Killer
it's called,
Mike, a rapper, Killer Mike.
yeah, I think that they're part
Good
of
bank.
the bank. It's called a bank movement or something like that.
Yeah. What you
Something
think
like that.
about a rapper named Killer Mike being involved with helping start a bank? I'm
It
curious.
depends on it depends on why he's starting the bank. I don't really know about too much about Killer Mike, so I can't speak on him. I know that he talks a
Is
lot
that
of
because you
stuff.
don't want to know? How far
It's because
away
I
are
don't
you
want
from
to.
Google?
It's
Okay,
because I
okay.
don't want to know. You're 100% right. 100% right. I do not want to know. You're 100% right about that. Thank you. I could explain it to the people. I do not want to know. I know about One United Bank, but I don't want to know about Killer
No,
Mike.
you was about to drop something about their loans too, though. My bad. You was like, yo, they loans.
They don't charge a lot on their loans. The interest rates are low. They can give you a certain amount of money because they don't have that much money yet. I think they have a couple billion.
Okay.
But what I like about it is that Chase has seen what they've done in the past, and they support like crazy black businesses and one of the things that they're supporting is that bank.
Okay.
So
That's what's up. That's really
that's why I have to. That's why I'm banking with Chase and TD.
Mhm.
But I opened my account with One United, and hopefully, I get some good stuff with them, man. I might put in more than $25. I can't hear you, Donald.
You muted, Donald.
No, normally, Doug, I would come at you and say something crazy, but I can't even be mad at you right now because you are banking black, which is dope. I was just trying to not to deter anybody from banking. I don't know enough because I'm not a financial analyst.
Hey, and one more thing I got to say about that, since you said
Please,
that,
please
Donald,
go ahead.
they give free financial coaching also.
That's what's
Go
up.
ahead.
We need to take advantage of that.
Go ahead. Anyway, go ahead.
No. All I was just gonna say is that and
you're
Under the
right.
mattress.
Greenwood. Yeah. All right. Go ahead. Anyway, go ahead. I'm
You
sorry.
found, yeah.
Yeah, I was
No,
I'm down. I'm down with banking black. I think that's great. We need to have a start somewhere, and I think it's really important. I think it's really important that we support each other.
So that's one of the
However
things that we
that
can
may
do
be.
as black people is come together, put your money in the bank. So not to pivot, but what's our next topic right now? We talked about finance.
I just wanted to know because Donald has said not to deter anybody from banking. I thought he was about to give a like under the mattress program, savings program. I think I was,
Buy a safe and a gun.
Yeah.
oh, that's what you said. Okay, that's what you was going to buy a safe and a gun.
Buy a safe and a gun.
Okay.
Because
what kind of safe?
the banks are robbing you too.
What kind of safe? A coded safe, or the spinny joint?
Spinny. You know what? I don't own the safe yet.
However, Kurt. A spinny joint. No, you ain't got no safe. He's a spinny joint.
What's that supposed to be?
Hey, maybe we can market that. Maybe we can market a safe, a black safe, and we'll call
the
it
spinny joint.
The spinny joint. Black
Everybody
Wall
gonna
Street
think this is
steak.
everybody
Spinny
for sure
Yo,
gonna think they know they
whoever's
must be
watching this
starting
stream, do not try to steal our idea. It's copywritten digitally.
you're gonna see it. It's just gonna be. It's not gonna be. They're not gonna be selling safes. They're gonna be selling joints. It's gonna be a marijuana shop and stuff. That's what this is gonna.
The joints in the spinny safe. I don't know. But what were you saying, Donald? Who was saying something? Somebody was saying something.
No, we always saying something. We all saying something.
What we going? What we got to talk about now? After this, what we gonna talk about before we go?
Oh, I was curious. Yeah, I was curious about just how y'all used to dress back in the day.
Oh,
Throwback fashion and stuff like
mock necks, gabardine with the split on the side with the color.
What you said, Malcolm X? Is that what you said?
Mock necks.
I heard him say Malcolm X.
Right.
Quarterfields. Mock.
How you say like Mockinson? Mockin X?
Mock neck. Mock.
What's a mock neck?
What's that?
A mock neck is a turtleneck, but halfway.
Turtleneck.
No, but it's halfway. It doesn't come all the way up.
So where it comes to like your out,
the 1980s, 1970. You ever see what's the crazy drug dealers that's from my neighborhood?
I don't know. They're from your neighborhood, not ours.
They made that movie. Yeah, that movie. Whatever that name.
Do the right thing.
My brother and them be talking, calling them. Remember? I don't even be them dudes. Anyway, point of the matter is, if you ever see them,
you saying you removed from your community?
That's not my. Once again, I'm going to say that that's not my community. But back to what I was saying.
We're gonna play that clip back next time he said from the Dunbar.
If you watch the movie, Mock Necks Quarterfields.
Mock Necks Quarterfields.
Mock Necks Quarterfields.
Oh, Mock Necks Quarterfields. Okay.
Mock Necks Quarterfield coats. How
long did those last for? How long were they selling those Mock Necks for? It sounded like it was an accident.
We went to Delancey Street and scooped up joints.
Delancey, okay.
Either Quarterfield, sheepskin, British Walkers.
British Walkers.
That was the British Knights.
No, British Knights was fake. British Walkers, man. You have
there was a knockoff of British Walkers or something?
Yeah, British Knights was a knockoff. British Walkers was a joint.
Okay.
I had the purple ones with the light blue inside, B.
Did you ever wear Jay-Z's kicks?
And the tassels.
Did you ever wear Jay-Z's kicks, the S dots?
Jay-Z wasn't around then, man. There was no such thing as Jay-Z. What you talking about? There was no such thing as Jay-Z when I was about Quarterfield, B.
When they came back out though, because they say that they reminded people of the British Knights or something. I mean, of the British.
Well, he bit. It was you either had British Walkers or British Walkers.
Converses.
No, not really Converses. Back then it was kind of Pumas, but right before Pumas it was ponies.
Okay.
Ponies.
Okay. Oh yeah. That name sounds familiar. Yeah.
Right. You had to have the ponies.
Yeah.
Nobody really wore jeans.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? So it was cool. Hey,
princess.
Going to bed. Good night.
You can say something if you want to say something. Go ahead. Put your head in the screen.
Good night, young lady.
Good night.
Good night.
That's just so y'all know, that's the gold medal champion that's coming soon for the Olympics. Just so you know, you see that face?
You got to do it.
She's going to do it. You'll see. Anyway, go to bed. Love you. Night. Yeah, man. Wait, hold on.
You used to rock a lot of Fat Farm, Donald?
No, never. Back in the day.
Said it like that.
So
no,
I'm gonna give y'all a little. I didn't grow up. Love, go to bed. I didn't grow up. I grew up very poor. I used to have. I was a Jehovah's Witness, so I used to have what's called XJ 900s. You know about those?
Poor Jehovah's Witness. Damn.
Do I know about those?
Yeah, I used to have Sergio Valentes. I never owned a pair of Jordans. I never had Harachis. I never had none of those name brand joints.
Never heard of
Jehovah's Witness. Remember the Barclays, the Ewins, the Reebok pumps. I never had none of those joints. If I had anything, it was a hand-me-down. Like cats I grew up with would be like, yo, here you go. And then I would rock it and then get clowned on. Like, remember when Biggie said, Biggie Smalls, Martin? Remember Biggie said,
Hey, encourage you.
When I see tigers on my shirts and alligators, you want to see the inside. I see you later. Here comes the drama. Oh, that's the brother with the fake bow. Why he punched me in my face? Stay in your place. Play your position. Yo, so just for context. back in the day,
That's
you would
what made us fail in school.
You didn't have the latest gear on. You would get clowned on. I was that guy. I would get clowned on all the time. I never owned a pair of Jordans in my life. Never. However, but back in the day, I was a fit model for a clothing line called GSL.
That's how we.
That's you, Martin.
That's how we.
Those are dolls. What the hell are you showing us?
That's what we used to dress. Look at the clothes, not the dolls.
It's kind of weird that you're pulling up dolls to represent clothing that you used to wear.
Oh yeah, what are you showing?
I don't know what he's showing, man.
He
used to play with dolls.
Sweater. You see that? You see the sweater right here?
Looks like a scene straight out of Dexter.
That's a mock. Hey, that's how we look back in the days. That's how we dressed.
Yeah, but when you couldn't pull real human beings, you had to pull dolls.
Right. Or a photo of you.
Because even the British Walkers in here are fake.
Wait, where's
these ain't the real British Walkers.
Martin, where's the photo of you?
British Walker? Looked like the early scenes in Selena. So when he first showed us, it looked like the earliest scenes in Selena where they went to the bar to perform.
They don't even have the real
Where did you find that photo from? Yo.
That's the only one. That's the only one they had up on.
Where did you find that photo?
When I pulled up British Walkers,
what did you type in?
I typed in.
You found 3 mannequins. 3.
I put in mock neck British Walkers. That's what I put in.
That was so strange.
I'm gonna do it again.
You filled up 3 dolls.
I'm gonna do it again.
Yo, come on, man. You really show your age tonight.
I didn't put in Carterfield.
You show your age tonight, Doc. Yo.
He said that's how we used to dress.
Carterfield.
3.
I kept thinking it was an old photo of him, and so I wasn't looking up until I looked up. I'm like, oh, these are mannequins.
These are dolls. What the hell you showed us, man? Hey. Yo.
I'm looking. I can't find. They don't. You know what? You know what I just realized? I just realized, and this is a Carterfield right here, but I just realized that they don't show us when we were in our communities, man. That's a Carterfield right there.
What you expecting, Doc? You expecting them to show us in our communities? We got to show that.
That's a Carterfield right there. That's what we used to wear.
That's fresh. That's fresh. That's fresh. I would wear that right now.
We used to wear to school. We used to wear that to school.
Those of you who had money. So you had money. You had money.
No, we didn't have money, man.
I never had. I never owned one of those jackets in my life. I've never owned one of those jackets in my life.
I work. I had to work. When I was in high school, I was running around being a messenger.
Oh snap! Who's that?
That's Kurt.
That's you, Kurt?
Look at him, looking all cute.
Whoa, hey, yo.
That's Kurt. This is me. Look at him, looking all That's me and Denzel.
Whoa, hey, yo. All right, y'all pulling up photos from when y'all were little?
No, I ain't got no photos when I was little. I don't think.
Yes, you do.
Oh yeah, my fault. I was muted, but yeah, I was just trying to show y'all me and some FUBU. That was like 7th grade.
That was 7th grade.
Yeah, man, just growing out my fro. Crazy.
That's me when I was a baby.
Yo, you actually had hair.
That's me, man.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. That's when you used to have hair.
That's all those girls when they were young.
Oh, you definitely didn't have hair for a long time. Man, I don't have.
You want to see a picture of Aunt Libby? You want to see a picture of Aunt Libby back in the day? That's my Aunt Libby that's in the home and me.
Wow.
Yo, were y'all ever inspired to dress like a Grandmaster Flash in the Furious 5?
Grandmaster Flash dressed like everybody else. No, Grandmaster Flash never put on that. Grandmaster Flash was.
I'm talking about in that video.
Yeah,
the message video.
The Furious 5 was like that, but not Flash. Flash was
Okay.
always mock neck. He always had a mock neck and a Kango.
Right.
And
Okay.
a hat on, like the mannequins I just showed you.
Mm-hmm.
That's how Grandmaster Flash dressed.
Okay.
And that's how everybody dressed in my community.
Yeah, I was trying to
This
see.
is another one. This is hey Donald. This is me and Okori.
That's Okori right there.
That's Okori when he was a baby.
Yo, how old were you in that photo though?
I don't know, man. I think I was about to go to the army.
Damn. So you were in your 20s.
No, I wasn't in my 20s. I was about 17, something like that.
Wait, how old were you when you went to the army?
18, 19.
Oh wow. Okay.
What y'all think of Nation of Islam fashion?
I liked it. I thought it was cool. I thought
Me?
that this how people should look. I really thought that people should dress like that, man.
How do they look?
Bow tie, suit, even when it was hot. But I thought that people used to get mad at me. I said, yo, y'all all should be looking like that.
Nah, that's wild, crazy. I don't know about that.
That's how I felt. I was always a conservative way of thinking, man. I thought highly of people. I didn't like to think less than. And when we started wearing, I remember my mother, I came in the house with my shoes untied. My mother looked at my shoes and said to me, this is when we used to put permanent creases in our jeans. She looked at my shoes and she said to me, and I had my hat on backwards. I never wore my hat on backwards after that. She said to me, when are you going to start being a man? You're going to walk around here looking like a boy all the time? And that's when I took off them shoelaces. I started tying my shoes. I started turning my hat straight because men were dressed in certain ways,
Mm-hmm.
And she was right about that. But anyway, yeah. So what I like to wear was gabardines, quarterfields, mock necks, sheepskins as time went by.
Gabardines. I don't even know what gabardines are.
You don't know what gabardines are?
Nah, man, that's way before my time. That's like 1950.
So Donald, when you was able to start affording like some fashionable items and everything, did you did you head straight to Louis? Whatever.
Never. Never. I never owned a pair of Louis Vuitton, Louis, whatever you call them.
How extravagant did you go?
I never owned Gucci. I never owned
you own Nikes?
Prada. I never owned any of those high-end brands.
What about Nikes?
Nikes? Some hand-me-downs. Yeah, I own a pair. Huh?
You remember your first pair of fly sneakers?
Nah, I don't, because they were hand-me-down. They weren't brand new from like fresh out the box.
Okay. See, you good.
Yeah, and all right, you know what? Let me go back. All right, in the group home, when I was in the group home, the first pair of Nikes that I got was when we went to the outlet. I was probably about like 16, 17. And I got I don't even remember what I got, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know. I know that there's a winter Nike outfit that I got from the outlet, and it's probably about 20-something years old, and it still fits and it's still perfect.
What is it?
It's a Nike winter, like snow winter joint that my wife keeps telling me to throw out every single year, but I that joint is about 20 years old, still mint condition. And the coat, I got a Nautica coat, a white Nautica coat. Y'all probably seen me wear it before. That joint is like 20 years old too. That's the first time that I really got something that was name brand. Yeah, I never bought a pair of Jordans in my life. Never.
Oh, you know the deal.
You
were blessed though. You were blessed.
Well, you didn't grow up in the project.
No, I didn't. Across the street from it.
Yeah, I had all hand-me-down stuff, man. Seriously, my childhood friends, they live below me. Their mother will get their stuff on layaway, and so whenever they got some new gear, they would just pass some of it along, and I would just rock some of their stuff, man.
That was my era. There you go. This is a better shot, I guess.
Wait, that's you?
No, that's not me.
Oh, you finding stuff on the internet, but we want to see photos of you.
I don't have pictures like that in here.
You got pictures with you with hair.
Yeah, it's only ones I got.
Yo, man, we talking to a man who has celebrity family.
Who you talking about? Well, man, he wasn't a celebrity back
Ain't nobody
then.
on a live right now. Huh? Did you say that?
Who you talking about?
I can't describe.
Oh, we got a
Yeah.
thunderstorm coming out here, huh?
I don't know.
Yeah. So anyway, we kind of got off topic, but yeah, that's my favorite joint was my Gabardines and my British Walkers.
Yo, but we grew up in the era of FUBU. We grew up in the era of Nautica, Polo. Polo was the joint, man. Ralph Lauren. I don't know what it was about the Polo. I think. First of all, Martin, you may have a problem with the statement I'm about to make, but
Right.
hip hop, rap music, is the reason why most of these brands became successful. And at a time,
Why
other
would I have a problem with that? Why would I have a problem with saying?
well, because you ain't like Biggie Smalls. He was talking about Versace.
he
And,
wasn't.
you know,
He wasn't hip hop.
what?
You heard me.
Damn,
He wasn't the Run DMC.
you heard what he said?
He wasn't the
He
kid.
wasn't-
Mhm.
like, you heard what he said?
Run
Biggie
DMC. He
wasn't
wasn't
hip-hop.
KRS-One. He wasn't that.
That's a different era.
No, come on, man. He wasn't a real hip hop. He was a fat dude that happened to say some rhymes, and he was all right. You know, he wasn't fighting for no cause for nobody but himself. But anyway, he had mock necks too. No, he was that's sweatshirt era. Sweatshirt with gold chain.
Nah, that was Versace wear
Oh, okay.
and Moschino.
all Italian dudes.
Yeah, we
How
big
come he
them
didn't
up.
throw in the FUBU? How come he didn't bring FUBU back?
Nah, LL did that.
Fubu was after him.
Yeah,
Well, was there any black designers?
yeah. We talked about Sean John. We talked about Aniche.
How come
We
he
talked
didn't
about
wear his
cross
own
colors.
brand? He
We didn't
could've
talk
worn-
about cross colors. Carl Canal. You forgot. Yeah, now this is
Canal.
what I can say. I had Carl Canal. The buckle
Carl
on the
Canal.
boot.
Canal.
Carl Canal. I had it. I had that. Yeah, that was me.
That's
I
the
had
Carl
Carl
Canal.
Canal.
Cool.
The buckle on the boots.
They weren't out when in my era. They weren't out.
I know
Did
you
they have
were
a
older
Did they
than
have
me.
a Jimmy Jazz in the Bronx? Yeah.
They did.
No,
Yeah,
they didn't have a
French
Jimmy
Point.
Jazz. They didn't have a Jimmy Jazz.
In
Back then,
Harlem.
back when I was growing up in Harlem,
Yes, they did.
shops like that. No, they didn't
they
have
had Jimmy
No,
Jazz.
they didn't.
In the
Not,
Well,
90s,
not when
they
you was
did.
growing up, probably not.
not when
yeah.
I was growing up, because they only had. There was one place. You heard of Jew Man? Have you ever heard of Jew Man?
We see him all the time. No.
You never heard of Jew Man? The store? I'm serious.
Nah.
I'm dead serious.
We got
JU
two.
or JEW, man.
On 149th Street, everybody got their stuff from Jew Man. That was the name of the place. And
We
what it
always
was,
get
and most of
exploited.
all the hip hop stores were Jewish. So, and they would have a plexiglass around. And when you go by your Nike, I mean your ponies or your Pumas, they would take it. They didn't even have the thing, and they would throw it over the top. You slide the money in, they throw it over the top, and you grab it, your plexiglass over the plexiglass and bring it down
That's
over the
crazy.
Bronx on 149th Street and 3rd Avenue.
3rd Avenue. Wow.
It was
Yeah, I
called.
know 3rd
I
Avenue.
wonder if it's gonna pop up. I wonder if it's gonna pop up if I put it.
Wow.
It's called Jew Man.
You see?
And we had another
Yeah,
one.
we
in
get
Harlem.
shitted on all the time.
Another one in Harlem. Because we like Curtis was saying, we were consumers when it came to that. Let me see.
We
It's
still
probably not
consume.
gonna pop up. Jew Man, Harlem.
Yo, he said they used to throw the sneakers over.
I'm dead serious. They used to have
Wow.
a thing. They used to throw it over the thing. You grab it, or they have this prong thing that they lift it up and they open the prong, and you just grab your joint. You go out the door.
They wanted to make
Right,
sure they
that
got
place-
the money first.
That place was packed. But that was when Harlem and Bronx was really bad. So,
Mhm.
but they didn't care. They stayed in the community to make that money.
Were you
Why
were
we
you
don't-
were you proud of Jay-Z and Diddy and the brothers that created FUBU, but more so Sean John Rockaway? Were you proud of them for creating that?
Who?
Those two rappers. Well, one's a
What?
rapper,
During
the
my
other's
era?
a-
Well, that wasn't like when
producer.
he was doing all that stuff.
I
the
know it's
only
not your era, but I'm saying you was
No,
alive.
this is what I remember Diddy for, and this is what I remember Diddy at City College up on 135th Street when he had that incident when that girl got killed.
You about to not answer the question?
No, what I'm trying to say is that I have to get to the point.
Okay,
That is
all
the
right.
point. He asked you a question, you answered.
I didn't really think about Diddy and Sean John and all that because after that incident happened, I wiped dudes like that out of my head.
Okay, what was the
So I didn't
incident
even
exactly? Oh, in the club.
like
In the
for
club, you talking
example,
about
when I
when
first saw
J Lo was
Sean
there? He
John's
gave her the
shirt,
gun.
huh?
What was the incident? The
The
club where he
incident
gave J
was
Lo the gun.
no. That was way before J Lo. The first time, you know, when he got in trouble at City College,
Oh no.
Donald, you know that,
Mm-hmm.
right? So he threw a party at City College,
Oh
and
snap!
a whole
Yeah, the
bunch of people
party's
got
so bad.
stampeded, and one girl got killed. And I was there. I was there at that park when it happened, but I didn't go in because it was too many people, and they wasn't letting everybody in.
Okay.
I can't remember when that was, but that was a long time ago. But when that happened, that's when I knew about Puff Daddy. And then when the shirt, like you asked me about when I saw a Sean John shirt, and
Yeah,
later on in life, and
it was
Bond,
already after that. Yeah,
when
right,
Bond's was open,
right,
it was
right,
after
right,
that. And then when I saw it, I was like, "Oh, this is a Puffy product." Oh man, f that, and I threw it
right.
down.
Okay,
So I never
okay,
really
okay.
thought about that.
Got
And
you,
when you
got
asked
you.
me about FUBU, I didn't
Uh,
know. I didn't
that
know who owned FUBU. I knew it was
you
three
didn't
guys,
know it was
two
okay.
guys.
Yeah,
It was not
four
just
black men, four. Yeah,
yeah,
four black.
I knew that, but I
Mm,
wasn't aware. That wasn't my genre. That wasn't my gear.
okay,
I
okay.
think Cross Colors came out
Did you
before.
know what FUBU stood for? Did you know what it
Yeah,
meant
for us
around the
by
time?
us, for us
Okay,
by
okay,
us.
okay.
Yeah,
You knew that at the time, kind of
yeah,
thing.
I knew that. I knew
Okay,
that at the
okay.
time, but I knew, but see, that was the time when people were calling people for us by us. You had the Flavor Unit coming out, Flavor Unit in Jersey, which was
Yeah,
Latifah's crew, which
yeah.
was Sade,
Okay,
all them dudes.
okay.
And then you had what was the other group? What was the other fashion thing that came out?
Well, oh, well, I was curious what your thoughts was on Jay-Z with Rockaway, like early on when
That's the
it came
thing.
out.
I didn't like anything
Okay,
that was produced by any rap dude. I would not buy and put their name on me. I didn't put anybody's name on me. I didn't have
right.
any. I didn't have none of
This
that.
how you felt, like came 90s, pretty much mid 90s. Yeah,
Well, the
that's
70s,
that's how
80s,
you.
we wasn't wearing. We was dressing. We wasn't wearing people's names on the stuff unless
Right,
it was
right,
an
right.
Adidas. Unless it was Adidas sweatsuit.
Okay, okay.
Even the white mafia wasn't doing that. Nobody was wearing nobody's joint. They was wearing Adidas
Mm-hmm.
sweatsuits, or
Oh,
they
they
had
was
the
dressing up.
fly, or you had Gap.
Yeah.
You had Gap. You know, you had nice
Yep.
stuff on.
Yep.
You know, you wasn't wearing too many sneakers, and if you was, you would wear it with your sweatsuit. You would wear
Yep.
it with your Adidas.
Oh, you So that's where one direction I wanted to take this conversation into a little bit was Black Dandyism, the Black Dandy era.
Go ahead.
And there's just a whole exhibition taking place at the Met, and it's going to go into that, and you can look that up. But it's going to go into that whole Victorian age, early 1900s, late 1800s, and how we used to dress with the huge, top hats
Right.
and
I'm in.
blazers with with blazers with lapels 5 feet wide, if you will, right, and stuff, and just
Right. I'm hearing you.
yeah, man. So that's an exhibition coming up at the Met. Hold on, I'm about to just pull it
It's
up
coming
quick
up soon.
fast. Yeah, it'll be up definitely by the time the gala takes place. Black Dandyism. The name of it's based off of a book, right? The
I'm
exhibition
listening.
is based off of a book, and it's called Black Dandy: Slaves to Fashion,
Mm.
Black Dandyism and the Styling of Black Diasporic Identity. Donald, looks like Black Diasporic is a word.
Ah,
So yeah, but check that out. And it's a book by a sister named Monica L. Miller, and she's also the Met brought her in to pretty much help out with the curation with the curate. Oh, that Donald not even here. But yeah, the Met brought her in for curation to help out with the curators.
yeah, man.
So
Oh, let me show you. Let me show you real quick, man. Let me show you this. So this is how we used to go to the store, right?
okay.
We used to go to Jew Man,
Oh snap. Oh wow. Okay. Okay.
and then we would go in there.
Okay. You found this joint. Yeah, I see it.
There was a couple of them. It wasn't just one. But yeah, I hear you, man. Yo, I don't know what to say about us and how we used to do what we did, but
Well,
I I don't know. I enjoyed that time. I enjoyed that time back in those days. You
Right.
know, I can't even remember some of the things that went down, but it was a beautiful time. You know, I didn't dress. We used to jam in the park. Like I said, the only time we wore shirts like, you know, like you have your free
Mhm.
friends on
Mm-hmm.
was when we would go. We would have to always go all the way to Parsons Boulevard in Queens and have them press.
Right.
Coliseum.
And we used to put on like the Sure Shot Crew or whatever our crew
Right.
was.
Right.
Mine was the Sure Shot Crew. And then I used to put Marty G. Carl used to put Cool C on his joint.
Right.
But that's the only time we wore sweatsuits, man. When we did something like that, either Adidas or that. Other than that, we was dressed.
Now you
Oh.
mentioned you was feeling
I just showed him
Nation
two
of
man.
Islam.
Go ahead, what?
You mentioned you was feeling the Nation of Islam fashion as far as their style, right, at the time and all of that. What's your thoughts on Israelite fashion?
I thought that it was interesting.
Okay.
Extremely interesting.
Come on, man, blunt. I don't care if you.
No, I'm being blunt.
Israelite brother on the line.
No, I thought I want to give you. You want me to tell you a story about that? I'll give you a story.
Oh yeah. Oh, you got a story. Yeah.
I thought it was very interesting. And a matter of fact, I admired the way they looked because I like the stuff around the arms.
Okay.
The
Yeah.
white, and I like the gold on the elbows. And I like the boots, and I like the thing on the head. And then
going for a military type.
Check it out. Check it out. Right down the street from where I live was Yahweh Ben Yahweh.
Oh, for real?
Yeah,
wow.
Yahweh Ben Yahweh was on 135th Street and 8th Avenue. Right?
Wow.
My grandmother was mother. You heard my cousin talking about my grandmother, mother.
Mm-hmm.
So it was mother. It was Malcolm, not Malcolm, mother. What's his name? What's Malcolm X's leader's name?
Oh, Elijah Muhammad.
Mother, Elijah Muhammad, and the pastor uptown. Oh shoot, man, it all escapes me. But anyway, those were the four people, spiritual people that ran the community.
Okay.
Well, I kind of admired them until I was walking down the street.
Oh, Calvin Butts, maybe is who his name. But yeah, go
no,
ahead.
not Calvin Butts. It's older than no. This is
okay, yeah, way old. Yeah.
Up on Washington Heights, up on Reverend Ike.
Okay.
Have you heard of Reverend Ike?
Nope.
Hey, Reverend Ike is you heard of Reverend Ike, Donald?
His name sounds familiar, but I'm too.
He got into a fight in the back of the limo.
Right. So one day I'm walking down the street, and I was with my girl. My girl was light skinned, lighter than me. And this dude says, this guy goes, one of the Black Israelites said, looked at my, and matter of fact, my girlfriend was my ex-wife at the time when I first met her.
Mm-hmm.
And Brother Israelite pointed at her and said, yo, black man. I looked. They was doing a read. I used to stop and, talk to them and stuff.
Okay.
And then he.
When is this around? This in the 90s or
I met
80s?
Renee in the 90s.
Okay.
So they was like, yo, black man, look at that woman you with.
Oh man, I would have been so heated.
I said, okay. But I knew he was gonna say something crazy, but I didn't think it was gonna be this crazy. He said, look at the woman you with. He said, if I took a razor blade and I shaved, and it was a dog walking down the street. He said, if I took a razor blade and I shaved the hair off this dog right here, the same color of the dog be the same color of that woman you with.
Wow.
Why are you walking with that woman? And she was I don't know if you ever saw Renee, but her nose is bigger than you and Donald's, and she's real light skinned. But she's a light skinned Haitian. She's one of them white looking Haitians, but you can tell her face is black. But
yeah.
And when he said that, I was like, yo, I told him, I said, where's God in that?
Right. Were you religious at the time, like highly religious?
No, I knew I
Christian, on the
always
Christian shit, at least.
No, this is kind of, when I say BC, it's the real BC.
Before
I
Christ.
knew who Christ was. I used to use the Bible to get pussy. Excuse my language. Excuse me, everybody. And it was wrong when I used to do that. It was
working. It worked.
Of course, because a lot of people don't know about the Bible. A lot of women can be manipulated.
Okay.
You know,
did you use Song of Solomon, same chapter?
No, you didn't have to. You can go to Genesis and use it.
Okay.
You know, you could go anywhere in the book.
Man, so you was going in that book, you was scheming. Yeah, okay, all right, got you.
You know what I'm
Go
saying?
ahead.
That's how bad I was. So when I say before Christ, that's before I knew who I was in Christ and who I was as a man.
Hey,
I didn't even know I was a man. I wasn't even a man back then.
Mm.
So when he said that, I was able to talk to him because I knew a little bit about the Bible. I knew more. When somebody says something like that, I knew I know more than them.
right.
And I know I could shut them down quick. So it's easy for me to do that. She was upset. I should have known back then.
been.
She lost her mind, and I should have known back then. Why are you losing your mind over this? This is ignorance. It didn't piss me off because I knew it was ignorant. And that's when I started saying, and then I heard another brother say, and that's when I started saying, yo, they bugging. So it wasn't their clothes that I didn't like. I just didn't like their views on the world and their separatist idea to the point where, you know, where it was hate. So that's
Yeah,
that's
I
my
was
story.
curious.
So no,
Yeah.
I love the way they look. You don't see how I dress sometimes. You don't see how I dress. I wear the same kind of pants. You know,
Yeah,
I
I was.
put
Yo,
on this,
do you
put
think
on
that
beard and all that? Put something around my beard. I might not do that, but
did it ever remind you, that Israelite fashion ever remind you of Earth, Wind, and Fire? And how they used to dress?
in a way.
I can see that.
Yeah, right.
I can see that.
In some of those videos, you check out the fantasy video.
Yeah, in a way.
I thought it was brothers in the video. I was
Well,
like,
you know, it's Egyptian. You know,
recognize.
it was all down. Earth, Wind, and Fire was down with the whole Egyptian thing.
Right. Yeah.
You know, that was their thing. Fantasy. That whole thing was Egyptian.
Do y'all have a favorite, like as far as, or just the most intriguing, outside of the ones I guess that we just mentioned, religion, fashion, as far as that fascinates you, as far as this religion and the way that they dress and everything? Can you think of some?
I like the way Sikhs dress.
Sikhs. Okay.
I like the way Sikhs dress. I like the way
You talking about just the turban or
I like when they get dressed up and they go to weddings and the whole.
Okay.
You know, I wear it sometimes. I don't know if you see me wear my stuff sometimes.
I thought it's all from Ghana. Go ahead though.
Funny. Some of it's from Ghana, but some of it's from India.
Okay. I dig it. Yeah, man.
I mean, I think the last function at my mother-in-law's funeral, I wore African garb, and I was the only black guy in there, and I had to speak in front of all of them. Okay. So
do you dig the Pope style?
The what?
The Pope's. Do you dig his style?
No. That's it's just straight white gown.
Oh, it's got like red. It's got gold.
No, it's usually it's straight down white. He might have some stuff around. Might have his cane in his hand, but his clothes.
Yeah.
His clothes don't be styling. You
never seen him in the full get up with the Baphomet hat on.
Yeah, but he can't mess with the Coptic. He can't mess with the Coptic Christians.
Dogon hat on.
The Coptic
Christians. Yeah. No, they get that from the Roman Catholics.
Right.
Just because like you're comparing them.
They're the first Coptic Christians are the first Christians. A lot of people don't know that. I know I'm losing you, but it's true. Be lost, my brother. Be lost.
He's too tired to debate with you right now.
Good. Let him go to sleep. Good. Thank God. Thank God.
Thank God.
But yeah, so yeah, let's wrap it up then, man, because it's 9:30. You know, we'll do it better next time. We'll start off on a better note. You know what I'm saying? Nobody came on, so we good.
Nah, people did come on. It was like 3 people on for a little bit.
Oh, okay. All right.
But yeah, you know, this is another. I think it's a great conversation. It's always a great conversation with my brothers.
I never had a problem with that because I know I'm looking at the future.
Yeah, I know this was a great conversation. All things considered, just for context, I'm gonna just put this out there. In the beginning of our conversation, it was problematic for me because family.
Don't put too much out there. You don't have.
I'm not putting it all out there. I'm just saying.
Don't do that, man. Don't put it all out there.
It's out.
No, it's not. Yo, let me just show before you get into the deepness of.
I'm not going to get deep.
Don't get deep, please. I want to show Curtis something. Can I show Curtis something?
Absolutely, you can.
Let me show him something. Yo, Kurt, see that hold up. Let me do this.
That's a Coptic Christian and the Pope.
Yeah, see, and they're corny compared to the Coptic. Look at the Coptic's gown. Bow, bow. Look at the Pope. It's a
Right.
straight white joint with a cap on it. With Coptics, they got the fly cap. They got the black
You got the do-rag on.
cross and all that.
Right.
Coptics don't be playing, man. Coptics.
Coptic got
But
the
that's
do-rag.
that's
I'm about
him
to
not.
buy-
You
I'm
know
about
that's
to-
him
that's
being.
another
You know
Coptic.
that's him being humble, right? So you know that you're pulling up the. So now do the Pope pomp and circumstance. Do Pope in all his pomp, or however like you want to
at these
Google it.
What the
But
hell is a
pomp in all
pomp?
of it. POMP in
Them
circumstance.
Coptics, those are Coptics.
It's glory, bro. It's
What's a
clothing glory.
pomp? What's a what?
Look it up.
Pom
man.
poms?
Yeah.
Pomp?
Do Pope in full garb.
Pope in full garb.
Yeah. I mean, I
Pope
think
in
that you've
full
seen these
garb.
images of the Pope where you'll see him in red, brother, with the
Yeah, I seen him.
Dogon hat on, the fish head hat.
I don't feel it. I'm not feeling that, man. I'm not feeling
Okay.
that.
No, I ain't trying to get you to feel it. I just wanted to make sure you had even
I'm looking at
Let's
comparison
see,
in
let's
your
see,
mind.
man, because I don't know about any of this stuff. I didn't even know the names. Dogon?
Oh
What?
no, they don't call it that. That's just
Yeah,
the name of
I feel you. I
that's
see
the
what
name
you're
of
trying to say. I see what you're trying to
Can
say.
we see it, Doc? Can you
fish
show the
god.
people?
I see what you're trying to say. Like that.
Yeah, that they get that from him. Yeah, with all of that stuff.
Yeah, I don't feel that. I mean, like
They
that
just don't
cross
come
is
to them like that. But yeah.
right.
How
And
is that of Christ, though? Is that of Christ?
that cross is a Coptic cross, basically, that's made differently. You know?
Is that of Christ, though?
What do you mean? And this is another pope. This is an old pope back in the day.
All right, but I don't know. I'm asking humbly. Is
Mhm.
that of Christ? Like dressing and all that stuff that has anything to do with Christ?
Well,
Mhm.
I don't know. Some people think, but see, this is corny right here to me.
I would say it's not according to the Bible, my brother.
It's
Yeah.
not. Okay.
hmm
So it don't matter. It's just fashion. All right.
Yeah, it's just fact. Oh, wait, this is cool.
I mean, no, it's satanic.
you
But
got some.
yeah,
You got some.
Oh.
It's like
that's
Oh.
so. When I was saying Dogon, that's the name of a false
you got
god
some
or the fish
psychedelic
god.
stuff on right there.
So see the fish head, see the fish mouth,
Uh-huh.
right?
Mhm.
So yeah, that's Dogon. That's where I'm saying that's him worshiping, that's him honoring a false god, right in before everybody's eyes.
But you know what some people say. You know what some people say about the fish.
Dogon is a false god. Force.
Well, some people say it's
False. False god.
some people say it's a symbol, a symbolic gesture of the fish
Mhm.
that was drawn in the ground. You know what I'm
With the
talking
coin.
about? Yeah. Yeah. All right. Anyway, so yeah, that's our fashion episode.
You about to say something?
Nah, I was gonna ask.
Get too deep, man.
Hmm?
I love you, but don't get too deep now.
Okay.
Omar Epps, LL Cool J, Jay Reed. You ain't no cop, Jay Reed.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get too deep. I'm gonna save what I was gonna say until next time.
Cool.
To next episode.
Good. To the next episode. All right. So God bless everybody tonight. Thank you so much. We all are tired. We had a big long meeting about websites and all that other stuff so we can bring more products to you. This is Road to Legacy. I'm Marty Marr.
And I am Curtis Reed, the Black Packer.
Tired.
Donald Reed.
Black
BX all day.
Packer. And we out.
Yeah, we are tired tonight. This is weird. It's only 9:21.
We spent a lot of energy, man.
Yeah,
There's a lot of
man.
energy today, man.
Yeah.
Looking at the stuff.
Good little
I had to pick
5
my
hours,
I had to pick on
4.5
Libya.
hours.
I don't know how people in the Gaza Strip. You hear what he said about the Gaza Strip today, man?
Oh, you care?
He already said that he
Mhm.
said that he was going to build a resort.
Mm.
He already said now they're going to do it. They're going to kick everybody out and build a resort.
You see why
America,
this
man.
place is a little different, man. While this little area is a little different. That's all. Armageddon, Greek for Mount Megiddo.
Armageddon.
Mount Megiddo
This
is in
ain't, it
Israel.
ain't coming in our lifetime, so we good. We're
Oh,
going
he
to have to
sounds
deal
so
with a lot
sure.
of bull crap right now. We're going to have
He
to deal
sounds so
with
sure.
I'm telling you, it ain't coming now, man. We're going to have to deal with it. Hey, you remember this? Y'all don't remember that. Chiller. Y'all don't remember that, right?
Nah.
Nah.
Y'all young, man.
Where are
Y'all
you gonna
young.
pull up next? The Blob?
Hey, you remember the Blob? Did you see the first Blob?
Yeah, the Blob is actually one of the coolest. Actually, it's sci-fi for real, but he's one of the coolest creatures because the Blob started off as transparent. And
Yeah,
then the Blob, why the Blob is red
Why?
takes on what it kills and eats and stuff, right? So that's all blood. That's the reason why it's red. That's human blood from what it's consumed. But
Hey,
and then it can just move and stuff, right? It's one of the only aliens. This is my Neil deGrasse Tyson like moment and stuff, but it's one of the only like the aliens that always come. They always have a face. They always have something that you can make out. When meanwhile, most of the living organisms on the planet don't have a freaking
you just
face.
reminded me of something.
So
You
yeah,
just reminded me of Orson Welles when you
Orson
said that.
Welles, 1980, 19, no, Orson Welles. I'm thinking of
And,
Orwellian,
and I bought a
George
book
Orwell.
today. I bought a book because
Who's
I,
Orson
I
Welles?
learned something about Orson Welles. Orson Welles was a big time
Which book?
director. I bought a book today. It's called The First and Last King of Haiti.
Mm.
And I got it because of Orson Welles. I was reading something about Orson Welles, and he was trying to make a Shakespearean movie, but he based the movie not Shakespearean movie, but he based the movie in
Oh, he did
Haiti.
Citizen Kane. Right, that's what it
And
is.
yeah,
Okay,
but
go
he
ahead.
did it in Haiti. It was supposed to be Haiti, and he did it in New York, and droves of people came out to see it because it was the whole Shakespearean play was about Haiti. And back in those days, Haiti was like the shining light to anybody around the world, even if you was white and you was oppressed, of being free. And the guy who promoted it wasn't Toussaint Duvalier, whatever his name is. I was surprised that this guy, I didn't know about this guy, the first president of Haiti.
Oh, you talking about Henry Christoph?
Yeah, man, that's just a
Yeah.
great story. But see, the thing about it is when Orson Welles,
But you know
was
he's doing that's a Shakespeare play. That's what he's
right.
trying
That's
to
what I'm
promote.
saying.
Yeah.
It's a Shakespeare play.
Mm,
But what he
yeah.
did is everybody wanted, like Paul Robeson wanted to play that part so bad,
Mm.
and it came out, and there was droves of people going to see it. It was one of the biggest movies back in those. What was that? The 1920s, Curtis? 1930s.
1937. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was big back in those days because he was a big time star, and he killed himself. I got to read the book. I didn't know about that. I'm about to read it now. I started reading it today, and then my aunt, I had to pick up my aunt and change a diaper, and that messed up my whole day. That
Change
messed
your
up
old
my
people
whole.
diaper, man.
It's not changing the diaper because I changed my mom's diaper, all that stuff. My stepmom's diaper. It's picking her up, man. I don't know. Like I was saying about the Gaza Strip and even Ukraine. What if you have somebody that's elderly, and you got to move them because the bomb is coming? Yo,
Bro.
bro, I can't imagine because you got to leave them. There's no way that you're gonna get them people out of the house if the bomb is coming. You got to
Bro,
live. You got to leave them.
there's so many stories, man. You know, I've taken a break. I've taken a good break because I immersed myself in that situation
I don't be
and
doing
stuff,
that.
right? But I could tell you one story of a young girl named Duna Abu Moshe,
Mhm.
who her whole family, or pretty much her whole family got killed in a strike, and she'd survived and made it to the hospital and had to get I think both her legs amputated, no
Mm.
anesthesia, and she was they're interviewing her. They got the
Mhm.
interviewer Al Jazeera, and she was looking to become a doctor and
Mhm.
really help take care of her people, especially after what was going on. It's like 15 years old, I think. Yeah. And a strike hit that hospital and like a
Mhm.
few days later and stuff, right? And took her out. And it'd be stories like that, bro, for me, where it's like, yo. I mean, that's one, right? That when they had the whole protest in Columbia
Mhm.
University, you saw that the kids changed the name of like
Mhm.
Seth Low Hall and named it Hens Hall. And that
Right.
was named after the 6-year-old Hen Rajab, who they still want. These are yeah, man. I mean, you had Netanyahu just here. This man is a
Yeah,
war
and
criminal. He's
this
literally
is my
wanted by the ICC.
yo,
And saying
and
you
this
want
is
people
my
to respect
problem.
your law. Yeah.
And this is my problem with the whole thing, with the
Mm-hmm.
girl losing her legs, with the
Mm-hmm.
death going over there. Where's that same energy now, man? Why
Mm-hmm.
aren't the protesters at the college now when Trump is actually telling them that I'm going to go over there and mow everybody out, kick everybody out, and build a resort?
Oh, it's too late now.
Yeah,
I
but
mean, they still, first off, the protesters are still doing it, but they have been
They
Brother,
need to
the
step up harder
protesters,
now. It needs to
the
be harder now.
protesters have been doxxed. The protesters are kids, right? The protesters don't deserve to be blackballed and blacklisted prior to graduation just for protesting and then
Right,
be
right.
labeled anti-Semites, which is what has happened. They have been doxxed by donors, by major donors to these institutions, Harvard on down. So there's been what they call it, like a cold front or whatever, right? Just like a chilling effect. That's what it's called. A chilling effect of how they treated the original wave of protesters. And still, students are protesting. They just be, they be they have to, they be garbed up and whatnot.
Right. But what about the adults? What about the grown people that feel that
they
way?
have been fired. They have been fired, bro. There's been so much happening, man. There's been a lot of black.
Job. They need to get back out there if they feel that compassion.
That's why people were talking about with ADL, like, yo, so he could do his whole sig hell, and but people losing their jobs, like it be the ADL that makes sure that you get your job lost. And
it's bad situation, man.
It is,
but
man.
nobody,
especially the way Trump speaks. Especially the way Trump speaks.
But he doesn't care now. He really
listen with Canada. We don't need lumber from them. We don't need Canada. We don't need Canada for anything. We don't need lumber for just a little kid. We don't need lumber for them. We don't need it for any right, man.
I just hope I don't go to Mexico. Bro. I don't go to Mexico and can't get back in here. I just hope me and Donald, we be calling you, talking about, yo, we stuck in Belize. We Belizean and Mexican. Yo, just get us back, Kurt. Just get us back in here, man.
I got you, man.
I don't know if I want to come back in here, man.
Yeah, I don't even know if you want to let them know that you're leaving and stuff, man.
You know what I'm saying? They're gonna know as soon as they see my face on the passport. Every black man that leaves America cannot come back.
What's today, Wednesday? Oh, you know what? See, so we get into that tomorrow. Tomorrow is Travel Thursdays. We get into our trips a little bit.
Let's do that. And then we have energy. All right, man. I'm gonna sign out because Donald's gone, and even though I'm still taping.
Yeah, man. Love that, man. Love Donald. We gonna vibe. Love you, bro.
All right, love you, man.
Love
God
all
bless.
The viewers, man. God bless y'all.
Hey, y'all call me tonight. I ain't answering, so that's it. All right, Donald. We out.
Yo, y'all rolling out?
Yeah. We all tired, man. We're gonna talk about vacation tomorrow. Tomorrow's we're gonna have more energy.
Thursday.
And we're gonna talk about where we're going.
Right.
Oh, sorry, that was an accident.
Yeah, you heard what I said? Tomorrow. You heard what I said, right?
What we talking about tomorrow?
Go, Curtis.
Travel Thursdays. It's Travel Thursdays.
Tomorrow. Oh yeah, Travel Thursdays tomorrow.
We're gonna talk about hopefully they let us our black asses back into the country if we leave.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, man, if they don't let us back in, we good.
Mm-hmm.
No, what we gonna do? We got to do the road to legacy, though. What's up?
We can do the road to legacy on the road to legacy.
Then you got to find
outside of America.
You got to find a highfalutin school out there.
Nah, they'll just.
Well, they go by the U.S. dollar and stuff, so you got the U.S. dollar in Belize, and they speak English, so you good.
They speak English, Spanish. We be all right.
You got a
grown, man. You ain't got to worry about nothing. You good.
I'm gonna take
you
my
black and you got a white woman, so you got a double.
No, that's not it. I'm black and I'm light skinned. I don't need her. I'm light skinned. I'm by myself.
That's why I say you got a double.
Know something tomorrow. Know something about a black Mexican. Know something about a black Belizean. Come tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Does it have to be a what type of person should it be? An entertainer?
Doesn't matter.
Wow. Entertainer? I'm coming with Sean then. Sean Poe.
There's no Belizean entertainers. I don't know where you
Sean Poe.
Who?
Exactly. See, you don't even know.
Where's he from? Shine? The one that got shot up, the one that Biggie
Tell me who won up with us.
The one that Biggie set up.
Biggie set up? Biggie was dead.
I mean Puffy set up. Puffy, Biggie, they all the same. The one that Puffy, Biggie, and Curtis. My name is Small. Don't put an S.
You gotta have an episode about hip hop.
I didn't though. When did I do that?
Yeah, you did. When you look at some of the stuff, you say Martin Smalls.
Oh, my bad. It's probably from the. Oh, you know what it is? It's from the original because that was from when I used to.
Please don't connect me with that dude in any form, please.
I won't. You just gotta stop connecting me with Curtis Blow by spelling my name with a K.
Yeah, I always.
I got you.
But how you spell his name with a K?
I always spell with a K.
The ugly one, man.
What? On my phone it says Curtis the Israelite.
It does? Let me see. Prove it.
Well, I gotta prove it, man. I told you I believe it. My phone to prove
that. I gotta prove it, man. Why don't you let my yay be yay?
You never saw it, Curtis, when my phone rings? You never saw it? I think Curtis did see it. How you know
Oh, I
that?
did. I
Hey,
did. That's
yeah,
how.
you
That's the
did.
name you
Curtis
bring
the
it up.
Israelite.
Curtis
That's
saw it, but
Chicago.
I didn't see it. It's
In
Curtis
Chicago.
with a K.
Yeah, I do Curtis with a K.
Why?
Just I do Zach with a K, and Zach is an H.
What? Okay.
My
Just
son
being
Zach
unique.
is ZACH, but I say ZAK. I like K's.
Wow, you like the Ku Klux Klan, don't you?
Yeah, man, I do. As a matter of fact.
You're the Black Klansman.
Yeah, man. All right, we out, man. Yes. Yes. And
Yo.
then get
Oh, you bought it? That's the book that Martin was reading?
no.
No. This is
The Heart
the
Method.
this state Bible.
Mm,
You mean
KKK
on the
Bible.
yeah.
that is?
The Klansman. Thomas Dixon.
Oh, I need to get that book.
Oh shoot.
The Klansman. So that's the book for the night, y'all. You heard it
I'm
first
not
here.
reading the Klansman, man. What are you
Why
talking
not?
about?
Don't you? Didn't you?
No, did you hear what he said it was? We're not promoting without giving it some context. You can't say go out and buy Klansman, Donald, without giving it with Curtis, without giving context. They
Can
would
I ask
look
you a
at us like,
question?
yo, what's these three brothers
Since we're
doing?
about to get off, can I ask you a question?
Oh Lord Jesus Christ. Don't do that, Donald. Yo, we are disclaiming what Donald just said. Do not go out and buy the Klansman until Curtis tell you what it's about, or we tell you what it's about. Please do not do it. Okay, go ahead, Donald. Sorry.
Oh man.
Martin,
What, man? What?
weren't you in the military?
Yes.
Yes.
Won't you be
why
the
I'm
first
telling people
person to
don't
say
do
you
it.
should know your enemy?
Did you explain let Curtis explain to people what it is, man? First, you know what I'm saying? Don't just tell them go get the Klansman. You don't even know who wrote the book, where the money's going to.
What's the Klansman, Kurt?
This book. Why did I bring it? I only pulled it up because we was just
You
talking
done
about the
started it, so you
KKK or
tired.
something. But
You know what I'm saying?
basically, Thomas Dixon authored this book in 1915, and then, well, actually, it might have been 1914. But the movie so this is the Bible. This is what you'd call the Bible for the Ku Klux Klan. I'm looking for the copyright date, y'all. That's all. Sorry, but definitely in the early 1910s is when this book was published. It's crazy. Just oh no, 1905. So he wrote it in 1905. Perfect. Right. So this is the equivalent of like purchasing Mein Kampf, that was Hitler's manifesto, just to be clear, right? This is the KKK's manifesto, the resurgent KKK, the 1915 KKK. That was KKK 2. There's been about like 4 iterations of the KKK in this country, right? They went away and they keep coming back. So what you really, and why I have a book like this, is to know, it's almost like Art of War, Sun Tzu, right? Knowing my enemy, knowing how they thought, right? Knowing how white supremacist viewpoints were created and propagated, right, and publicized through books such as The Klansman. I could care less about it. I left the incense on it one time and it burnt through part of it, right? So in terms, it ain't that important. That's what this dark mark is and stuff. But anyway, somebody else might be thinking. But
anyway, house on fire, man.
Nah, yeah, no, it was an accident. It was an accident. Anyways, though, what
Mark.
you really should know about this book more than what you really should know about this book more than anything that I just said outside of it being the KKK Bible is that it is, when a movie is based on a book. Well, Hollywood's first blockbuster film was a film called The Birth of a Nation, and The Birth of a Nation was pretty much the rallying cry for the KKK to come back. It depicted by us, I mean, like these 3 black men on the line right here with you, right? Depicted us as rapists. Watch out, protect your white woman and stuff. We're frothing and raging at the mouth and just looking to, be scandalous and criminals and vandals and whatnot. So horrible depiction of black men, and that really helped create tropes that still exist in some form of fashion today. And it was this book that inspired that movie that was filmed by W.D. Griffith, which also helped set off Hollywood, right, and create Hollywood and popularize it. Oh, this,
Mm.
oh, we've got something here. We can make
Mhm.
blockbuster films that the people will come in for. Right, so you can just see how this movie is connected to the Hollywood industry today.
Wait, that movie is what set Hollywood off?
It was the first blockbuster film, so in the sense of like proof of concept, yes, right.
Yes.
It's not the only thing that, but there was no movie bigger though than
At
Birth
that
of a
time.
Nation when it came out. And there was a major. I mean, there's a documentary on it. If y'all were to just Google, um, if y'all were to Google William Monroe Trotter, because the title of the documentary is escaping me, but if you were to Google William Monroe Trotter documentary, right? One of them should pop up, but
Black man?
uh, William Monroe Trotter, yeah.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Mhm. There's a documentary, a PBS documentary on him though, where he was protesting against that movie, trying to stop that movie from hitting screens.
Trotter Battles, Birth of a Nation.
There you go.
That's not the
Yeah.
name of the movie though. Yeah,
Nah.
that is actually.
No, is it? No.
I think it's Birth of a Nation Movement.
Okay.
Birth of Movement is actually what it's called.
Yeah,
Birth of
there you go.
Movement.
There you go. Birth of a Movement. That sounds right.
I'm gonna watch that. Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then bring it full circle when brother Nate Parker created Birth of a Nation in 2016, it was a slight, right? So Birth of a Nation is the recent new Birth of a Nation, which came out about a century after, almost a century after the original Birth of a Nation. A black actor / director directed and produced the new Birth of a Nation, taking that title but flipping it about, or making it about, or at least depicting the story of Nat Turner and the rebellion against slavery and racism. So again, that's almost an example of how we try to use the N word and flip it against them, even though it's about as ignorant as it get. And yeah, but yeah, that's a far better example of the Birth of a Nation one. Yeah, good people.
All right, so that's it.
I'm gonna go get some spaghetti in my system.
You gonna
some
eat?
Yeah, man, me too.
Mhm.
No, I'm not getting spaghetti. What I'm talking about. So ladies and gentlemen and ladies, people of the Republic of America. Hey man, this has been another great episode, I think.
Yeah, man. On the road. Y'all on the road with us. On the road to legacy.
Yes, you are all on the road to legacy. Should this be the episode that I send to Asahi?
No. Hell no. No. Hell no.
All right, I'll send her the one from Tuesday.
All you needed to do
Well, let's wait till tomorrow when we talk
That's all you
about
needed now.
the travel.
Now.
Wait till we talk about the travel, man.
Yeah, and we have things though too from
We got better stuff than this.
we have stuff already. Yeah, that's better than this and stuff.
Yeah, because this is all live. 147 minutes of it.
Terrible.
I don't have it's not going to stay on Instagram.
That's not terrible to me, but I'm just saying. I'm glad we did something. We stuck to what we said we were going to do.
Yeah.
So that's all.
We did.
Regardless.
I appreciate y'all, brothers. I love y'all, man. You're my family.
Getting deep
We
now.
love you too,
Outside my
man.
family, man.
I'm
Like,
getting deep now. Here you go, getting deep.
you know what, Martin, man? You can kiss my
I gotta
black
go.
ass,
Goodbye.
right?
Good night.
How about that?
I
Light
love
skin
you
bitch?
too. Love you too, baby. Later. Bye. Good night. Tape that. That's all tape recorded. Good.
Tape that.
Tape that. I gave you a kiss on your forehead.
No, you didn't.
Greet thy brother with a holy kiss.
That's right.
Judas.
Mwah. I'm going to bed, man. I'm tired, man.
We are all tired, man. But I thank y'all. I thank y'all, brothers, man, and I'm thankful for y'all. And this is another episode, Road to Legacy Podcast. BX all day.
But we inspire, influence, and get really emotional. 149th Street all day.
Grace and peace, good people. It has been fun. We tired. Blessings.
All right, later, Donald. Come on, we gotta go, man.
All right.
Yo, I ain't holding you up.
Yes, you are. You're gonna start another conversation in 2 minutes. You're gonna say
1,
something.
2.
Everybody's sleeping in your crib right now.
Ain't no, everybody's not sleeping.
Yeah.
Everybody's not sleeping.
Oh, you need to go to sleep, man. Get some rest.
Everybody's sleeping in your house.
No, these teenagers, these 22-year-olds running around here. Last time we did this, a couple of days ago, a birthday party was going on. Who farted?
Yeah, it's Donald.
That was live.
Oh,
Hey,
maybe it was
man.
Martin. Anyways,
Yeah.
what to
Yeah.
say? Tomorrow.
It's
Tomorrow.
just
What's today? Yeah, tomorrow, 10
Wednesday.
o'clock. 10 a.m. 10
10
a.m.
a.m.
good people.
tomorrow. We back.
Mhm.
We are back tomorrow. Kurt, love you, bro.
Love you too, King. Get some rest, man. All right. Blessings.
I'm
Blessings.
Snoop Dogging in a minute. Not in that way. Whoa. I'm not performing for Trump, but you get the drift.
All right.
All right.
Blessings.
Blessings.